I heard a debate on one of the shows this morning, folks. They were talking about the merits of, I think they were mentioning Welsh and Scottish fans cheering for Spain and celebrating the Spain win over the weekend. And is it right or is it wrong? And I thought, well, doesn't bother me, doesn't affect me at all. Everyone to their own. I know this part of the world, England, were all up for England winning, although, as I say, I wasn't sure it was ever going to happen myself. But I thought, no, it's probably been that way for a long time. And it's a bit weird, really, because I thought to myself, well, I would guess if England play and get to a semi-final or a final, I would probably guess the Welsh, the Scottish and the Irish, probably 70 to 85% of them would be against England winning. Whereas I would think if it was the boot was on the other foot and it was the Welsh, the Scottish or Irish playing and they got deep into a comp, I know they never really have, but if they did do, I'm pretty sure probably 70 or 80% of English would want them to win. I might be wrong there, but I would think so. I was thinking back to myself, I thought, well, have I felt that way with the other nations? And I mean, I know Scotland from many, many, many years ago with Ali's Army. I mean, for me, that's one of the best teams that's ever gone out of Great Britain. To, you know, absolutely fantastic. They're better than many English teams over the years. They were fantastic for all they didn't do it in the end. I supported them to the hilt, but then again, I had some heroes on that team. I was growing up as a young lad then, and many of them played in the Northwest, and I loved them. So I always supported them. Any island of any kind with Martin O'Neill on, I'd support them because I loved Martin, thought he was superb. And obviously Keano was involved, so that was another plus. Loved anything that Jack Charlton was about, so I was always on Jack's side. Loved Jack Charlton, thought it was great. And I thought to myself, I think I've always supported Scotland. I mean, they've all got great fans, but I love Scotland for the fans. I mean, when they go somewhere, they take over the place, as they have done in Germany these last, well, the first week or so of the comp. Absolutely sensational, first couple of weeks. Sensational, the Scots. They're unbelievable. So I've always wanted the Scots to do well. I've always wanted the Irish to do well. And that probably for me is Irish and Republic of Ireland, really. I don't know that I've ever felt the same about the Welsh. I don't know, I've never been gripped by the Welsh. I don't know why. Because I love Wales. And my auntie, I had family lived in South Wales for about 30, 40 years. We still love it there. Used to go there 2, 3, 4 times a year. Loved Wales. Loved the people. Fantastic people. But I've never really supported the Welsh that much. I've always wanted good for them. But I've never thought, oh, the Welsh are on, I'll watch this and I'll support them. Whereas for the Scots, well, the Scots of old especially, and for the Irish with Charlton or Martin O'Neill involved, I would have done. And I just thought, I wonder why no one feels the same about the English. Maybe it's because we have always done better. Maybe it's because we think when we go into comps we should win them anyway. Maybe we think we've got an entitlement and obviously no one should have that. Maybe because we're like a richer nation football-wise, we've had more money and you know, we have more people playing the game, so we've always got more chance of doing something in a comp than the other three nations have. And maybe really it's because of history. Maybe the English haven't been great to, especially the Scots and the Irish to a great extent. Maybe not so much the Welsh, but I think others have been sort of downtrodden by the English, rightly or wrongly. I mean, it's obviously well before my time, but yeah, I think the English haven't been a great nation over the years. There's many bad nations out there now. I don't think we're one of them, but history tells us that we have been. We've not been great to our neighbours in the past. So I don't know. I thought to myself, I wonder what it is. But it is correct. When we play and we get deep into something, we do have many of the nations not wanting us to do well at all. And I find it strange when, as I say, I'm always rooting for those nations. But as I've just said, I think I understand the reasons why. It's just... And maybe it's just about who you like, you know. As I say, for me, I mean, I've always wanted the Irish to do well. That's Ireland, the Northern and Republic. But more so when Charlton and O'Neill were involved, because I love them fellas, you know. And if Martin O'Neill went managing Russia, God forbid, I'd almost end up supporting Russia. Luckily, it'll never happen. But no, I don't know. I'm just musing now. Musing, is that all right? I don't know what I'm on about. I think I'll cut this one short, but no, it is true. We do tend to vote for the other nations, the English, but nobody votes for us. It's almost like Eurovision, isn't it? But it's our own immediate neighbours. They don't care for us. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I do rabbit sometimes.